Hey, bestie, how are you? It has been a while, but I'm really happy to see you again. Firstly, Happy New Year. I hope 2026 is exactly the year that you are wishing for it to be. Set your goals, shoot for the stars. You got this. I believe in you. When I was last here to talk big picture items, I had some pretty lofty goals for Q4, and I'm going to be honest with you, I fell a little bit short. I'm not really sure why, but this Q4 and holiday season was so busy. It's one of the least restful holiday seasons I've had in recent memory. I'm not sure why. I'm not sure what was different, but it was a lot. Q4 was a lot. That said, it is now officially 2026. I have shit to do this year, so let's discuss. Over the past few months, I've seen so many personal curriculum videos that people have been using to explore tons of aspects of their life. I will link a few of them below that I've been watching. But for 2026, I've decided to try my own version of a personal curriculum. I'll be honest, there's not a lot of rigidity worked into this curriculum. I find for myself when I set goals, I make them too rigid, too strict, and then I miss a day and it messes up my entire plan. So I've made some courses for myself to go through this year, but it's on easy mode. I want to enjoy the process. If easy mode is what that requires, I'm cool with that. Anyways, so I have split my personal curriculum into three categories or courses. The first one is publishing, the second one is reading and writing, and the third is fun. In a previous video, I discussed my goal to publish before I turn 30, and this is the year. I was really hoping to have draft two of my Mafia romance done going into 2026. However, I fell a little bit short. I have 10 chapters left in draft two. I'm pretty close, and I'm very excited with how the book is going. I have people eager to read it, and I'm proud of the progress that I've made on the story. So, we're gonna get this done, and it will be done on time. In my Notion, I have recorded the tentative goals for the year with regards to publishing, and then I've gone through and made smaller sub tasks for each goal. This is with the caveat that I have never published before. This is going to be a huge learning year for me. I have taken Sarah Cannon's Publish and Thrive course, so I do have a framework from that course. There's also lots of resources here on YouTube, and I have a few people that I know who have indie published before that I can ask or that I feel comfortable asking questions. So I have resources, I have people that can help me, and I'm ready. I'm ready to get it done. It is a lot to do, it is a lot to learn, but I know that I can do it. I watched a video recently where the creator said something along the lines of people are always waiting to feel ready to do the thing. But if you've never done it before, if it's your first time doing whatever it is, you're never going to feel ready because you've never experienced it before. You have to do the thing to learn. And maybe the next time when I publish book two, I'll feel ready. But for book one, I'm never going to feel ready because I haven't done it before. And strangely enough, that lifts a weight off of my shoulders because you have to do the thing to learn. You have to take the risk. You have to fumble, mess things up, maybe fail to learn how to do it better the next time. I will link that video below. It was very helpful for me. It is a weight off my shoulders that I won't feel 100% ready to publish, but I can still do that. I can still do the thing, even if I'm afraid to do the thing. Anyways, so that is the first course of my curriculum. Next is writing and reading. I paired these two together because even though I am writing books that will then be published, I felt like publishing was enough of a beast on its own to be its own course. For reading, my goal is to read 12 books from my physical TBR and then 50 books overall for the year. I've already actually read Strange Houses by Uketsu, which I own physically. I bought it over the holidays and I actually already read it, which is very rare for me. Usually it gets added to the mile-long TBR, but I've already read it. I enjoyed it. It's an interesting, strange read. I'm also reading The Deep by Nick Cutter, another physical book from my TBR. So very quickly and efficiently knocking these books off of the list, the goal. You know what I'm trying to say. For writing, I am going to finish my Mafia romance by February, the end of February. Draft 2 will likely be done within the week or a week and a half is what I anticipate with work. And then that will give me time to have some alpha readers, have hopefully some beta readers, and hopefully not too many rewrites. But we'll see. And if anyone wants to beta read a spicy mafia romance, let me know. Share it with you. While people are reading the book, I would also like to write a synopsis, a blurb, and then some taglines. I'm not the most skilled at writing any of those things, so I feel like dedicating a good chunk of time to them and not working on any other writing will be beneficial overall, and a good skill to learn for the many other books that I would like to write. For the rest of the year, my writing goals are to write at least a first draft of Mafia Romance number 2, and then have an outline for Mafia Romance number 3 by the end of the year. This Mafia Romance series is 4 books officially, and then I have 2. I don't know if they would be considered a spin-off or an offshoot. It's all in the same universe, and the characters in all 6 books know each other and are related. It's just the 2 later books are distantly related. They're not like the core group. So, not sure what you would call it, but it's all in the same universe. It's all the same mafia families interacting. So, very excited. But yes, a draft of book 2 and an outline of book 3. And the final course in my curriculum is fun. This is my last year in my 20s. So I figured, why not make it fun as hell? This is 100% a bird course, and I've left it very open-ended. I have a couple things that I have put on here that I would like to do, and if I find some stuff along the way that I want to add, I will. For right now, we'll go through what I do have on here already. I like learning languages, so my first goal on here is to learn the basics of ASL, or American Sign Language. This has been a goal of mine for a couple years, but I've never really acted on it. I did actually try to look and see if I could take a course to learn ASL, but everything is online. And I figured if it's online, then I will just use online resources and teach myself. So I have been watching the classes by Dr. Bill Vickers, I believe is his name, from Life Print. I'll link it below. Really fun classes. I feel like I've learned a lot in the few that I have watched, and I'm excited to continue. Maybe next year or the year after, I will have a larger goal or a higher skill goal. But for right now, I just want to know the basics. My second goal is also language related, and that is to reach conversational proficiency in Korean. I have been learning Korean for years, and I will say I think my Korean skill is not that bad, actually. My problem is the way that I chose to learn Korean and the way I immerse myself in the language, I've skipped a whole subset of communication. I usually interact with the language through K dramas, through K pop, variety TV, these kind of situations where I'm listening and interpreting, and my skill is good enough that in a lot of, depending on the difficulty of the language, like historical K dramas, no. But some variety shows, like I can tell that there is a discrepancy between what the person is saying and the translation. Not necessarily that the translation is wrong, it just is weird for what I would have translated it to. So my skill is not that bad. However, my ability to communicate, my speaking ability, my ability to make sentences is quite poor. And I think that's because I have been learning by myself and I don't have anybody to communicate with to practice these skills. I have lots of textbooks and I will go through the textbooks, I'll answer the questions, I will review the vocabulary, but I very rarely will speak out loud. I should be recording myself and like seeing if I'm pronouncing anything properly, but I don't. So for this year, I'm taking it back to the basics. We're going to go back to level 1, lesson 1, and really focus on communication, on my pronunciation, on me making my own sentences, and hopefully overall improving my skill in Korean. I would love, like, the lofty one day goal is to be able to go to Korea and not have to bother people with my inability to speak the language. Do I think I'm going to be fluent? No. But I would love to go and be able to find my way around and ask for directions and all of these things without feeling self conscious. I feel like you always feel self conscious when you're new to another country, but without feeling like I don't know what I'm doing or don't know what I'm saying. So, Korean is going to be my second goal in the fun category. This is getting long, but we are nearing the end. The last two things in my fun course so far. First is drawing. I am trying to get back into drawing again for no particular reason. This is just a fun course. I don't think I need a reason. I've been watching a few YouTube tutorials. I'll pop a couple. I don't know if I'll do like the time lapse or the still image, but I've done a couple tutorials that have turned out surprisingly well. Like, not perfect, but they're okay. They're all right. And it's been really fun to have a creative outlet besides writing, and also one that feels a little bit more finite. I feel like with writing, you can work on it forever. And that is likely true for drawing and painting and art in general. But to me, when the tutorial is done and I feel like I cannot add anything else to the picture, the image, we're done. And that's really nice to just be like, yep, okay, I've done a drawing, on to the next one. The actual goal is to have 24 pictures, drawings, images, whatever, by the end of the year. And I am making a bonus assignment. So, not required, but we love bonus marks. 2 of those 24 drawings should be from my brain. No tutorial. Reference image might be okay, but no tutorial to follow. I have to do the whole thing myself, 2 of them. So that will be for bonus marks. If I do not get there, that's okay. I feel like drawing is a big skill. So it might not be time by the end of the year. Maybe next year. Who knows? But yeah, so that is my drawing goal. 24 images, potentially 2 that are freehand from my brain. And currently last, but certainly not least, is I want to learn to skate again. When I was younger, I loved to skate. Roller skate, rollerblade. I don't really know what the difference is. Back in my day, let me age myself here as I talk about turning 30, we had roller gardens. I don't know if anybody remembers roller gardens, let me know if you do. But we had roller gardens and we were always there, and I remember it being so much fun. They're not really a thing anymore. There is one that I know of in my area, but it's like 4 cities over. That's kind of far. We used to rollerblade, roller skate all the time, and I can say with confidence that the skill did not stick. So I need to relearn it. And while I'm at it, I would also like to learn to ice skate. So I've made it like a dual challenge, I guess, and one that I can do for the entire year because in Canada, we have snow season and not snow season. So I can do both. I have been ice skating one time. It was a little bit of a disaster, a very fun disaster, but a disaster nonetheless. So I need to learn that. I am a little bit scared. I'm mostly scared of falling and breaking something important, but hopefully if I get the appropriate gear, I'll survive. Either way, I'm going to give it a shot. I've got all year. One of my friends also said she might join me with the ice skating, so who knows? I think it'll be a fun time, hopefully. So that's it for now. Lots of stuff to do, lots of time to do it. Like I said, it's less strict, more vibes. And I think I like it that way. I think the publishing course will provide the appropriate amount of stress that will be counterbalanced by the writing, reading, and fun categories. And I think that will give me a well rounded year that I am going to look back on without regret. And that's mostly what I'm hoping for. It's my last year of my 20s, and it's going to be fun, it's going to be productive, and I'm going to go into my 30s happy and fulfilled and ready to keep on keeping on. Oh my god, I'm turning into a sign. What are your plans for 2026, bestie? Please let me know down below. Are you trying out a curriculum? Do you have any goals that you want to achieve? Tell me. And if you don't have any goals that you want to chat about, leave me the fireworks emoji for the new year so I know that you were here. Any links related to anything that I discussed in this video will be in the description down below. And as usual, I will have a list of a few creators that I have liked over this last week. So check it out. You might find somebody new to stan. You might reconnect with somebody you already knew. Who knows? Check it out. Thank you so much for watching this video. I did not make any YouTube related goals this year because I'm committed to making videos when the feeling hits me and not applying stress to it. That said, I do have an extensive list of videos that I would like to make in the coming weeks and months. So if you want to make sure you don't miss out on those, subscribe and hit the notification bell. Thank you again so much for watching. Happy New Year, and I will see you somewhere on the internet. Bye.